Chapter 8 of The Exorcist has to be the best episode by far. It's entitled The Griefbearers, and basically we finally get to see everybody working together to get Casey's demon taken out, and we see it being successful for the first time. And this is cool because we haven't really had a victory for our protagonists on the show, so just to see them get this light victory of, we've got the demon out of Casey was very nice, and it was a very cool sight to see. It was also cool to see the throwback to the original Exorcist movie, which, again, I still need to watch, but I haven't, where we got to see Angela Rance sort of had to deal with the salesman and see herself being possessed back in the day, and it was this very creepy scene, but for those who watched the movie, it was probably a very nice callback to the original film, which I do plan on watching eventually, but it was interesting to see, and it was a cool exorcism, and I'm glad the protagonist got a win. But that's about all that happened for them that was positive this episode. Father Bennett was figured out by the one of the heads of the church, and he was basically killed in a car scene, and it was a very brutal scene, and I thought we were going to see more of him, but apparently not. Now, I don't know if they were killing him or if they were just not trying to knock him out, but I'm pretty sure they were trying to kill him. So that just knocks him out of the picture, but it was kind of nice because it raises the stakes because we don't know who will die in the show. And again, we don't know how far up this whole demon conspiracy goes in the Catholic Church, so that was interesting. The mom became possessed at the end and killed her mother, who was the mother from the original film. We got to see Angela kill Chris McNeil, that's the mother's name, and it was a very creepy scene. I kind of expected that, but at the same time, I didn't really. It was very crazy, and so it'll be interesting to see the family dynamic now that they'll probably eventually figure out their mom is possessed, but it'll be interesting to see how that all works. And then, of course, Father Thomas got caught at the end of the episode as in sort of as an affair with that one lady, and I can't. I'm just wondering what's going to happen to him. Is he still going to be a priest? Is he still not? So this episode did finally have a nice conclusion to the whole Casey situation, but still, the series keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I really like that about The Exorcist. It's very ambitious, and Chapter 8, The Griefbearers, definitely was probably one of the most ambitious episodes yet. I would have to give this episode a 9.5 out of 10. The Exorcist is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite shows on television, and this episode's no exception, and it's partially due to the wonderful writing by William Peter Blatty. He just did a great job with this episode, and props to Jeremy Slater for creating this world in which you can just get sucked in, and that gives characters victories sometimes, but also he knows how to drive the conflict forward in meaningful ways. So I just really like this episode. It's really good. If you haven't watched The Exorcist, go and check it out. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more Exorcist content. This has been Jonesy from Joneser TV, bringing you the review. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe.